West End is more than just a very well-designed development.
West End as a product is, I think, very exciting to be able to have multi-use on one facility, including a hotel, coffee shops, retail, and really bar and restaurant amenity.
In order to deliver a vibrant development appealing to different demographics, each building had to have its own personality and each building had to have a separate designer to allow that to happen.
Good architecture, in our opinion, is architecture that's timeless, but also architecture that deals with the emotional as well as the physical needs of the end user.
With this project, there's a rare opportunity for it to be kind of an eclectic mix of different design styles, which can appeal to a much broader demographic.
And whilst they're different forms, they still all sort of maintain that sense of industrial urban form that pulls the whole development together.
All the buildings collectively in the precinct have been born out of a natural material palette and something that's quite in keeping with the heritage of West Melbourne.
We're assigned the Adderley building, which was interesting from us to interpret a silo and in semi-industrial architecture into a modern context. We chose very much a line of association with Italy and Italian Vogue, and so the association then to Italian architecture and achromic architecture is something that really interested us as an extension of that industrial aesthetic. We look to architects such as Mario Botta and the beautiful work of San Giovanni Battista Church. We were really fortunate with the design of the Adderley building. The spaces are abundantly filled with natural light given the floor-to-ceiling glazing.
Working in West Melbourne for a number of years, and it was really about keeping it authentic.
The name Mailhouse came from the location, so it was originally Australia Post mail site.
We wanted to make sure that the interior actually aligned perfectly with the architecture. The architecture is taken from an original sawtooth design and structure, and all of the external elements are true to nature.
The palette itself is contrasted with dark elements, so it has a slightly masculine but also feminine feel.
Every project comes with a different footprint, so I think the way we kind of unlock the planning and the way we try and find a unique planning solution for each project is definitely a point of difference.
Well, I think for us it was about creating a space that would suit a number of different purchasers, but it was certainly about creating a space that we would be happy to call home. We like to use real timbers, real stones, and make sure that we're being authentic in our interiors.
Good design transcends all of the component parts of space or the object. It conceals the endeavour of the work and the designer's toil.
The Foundry project was really trying to present something where buyers who are looking for something different could find something that had much more of an industrial sort of warehouse aesthetic.
6 Degrees has used industrial materials for a long time.
So we used a lot of the materials of steel and concrete and how they were crafted older kind of era into a modern interpretation of that aesthetic.
Good materials do more than one job. They give you texture, they give you feeling, and they give you warmth in the space.
If you genuinely want to live different, then this is the project you should look at.
We wanted to make it a personal garden, so a garden that people can live in. The whole wow factor of the garden is the garden being very simple. And what sort of makes it quite interesting is we actually wanted to also create a journey within these spaces, so as people walk through the garden, they actually pick up new areas of discovery. We've always had lots of tree canopies as well as drapery from vines. When you walk through this garden, you'll still feel very secluded rather than feeling as though you're walking between 4 or 5 large tower apartment blocks.
With the high level of design, lots of green space, as a project in itself, will develop a very strong community.
West End offers owners an opportunity to live different. And it'll be probably the best residential mixed-use development I think the country's ever seen.